Hi everyone, this is going to be the last video for our extension to our game engine. So what I wanted to set out to create was a game editor where you could do everything in one spot instead of writing JSON here and then go ahead and writing Lua there. So from my milestone, I left off of the two goals I wanted to complete were fail-safes, when say there's an empty actor, that's going to break our game engine because our JSON is expecting some sort of data being there. And then also, I wanted to implement a scene renderer, so whatever edits you make to your scene, you can see them render over here. While I was working on this, there was two other things I did end up adding, which is the deletion of actors, scenes, components, and overrides, which is pretty important if you're making a game. If you can make it in one go, that's amazing. But I want you to have if you add something that you don't want, you want to delete it. And then I also added a Lua editor. So when you are adding components or editing components, you want to edit the Lua code right in your editor. So I will be showing a brief demonstration of all of these. So let's get started. So we already have our game loaded here, and let's go ahead and see some of the fail-safes that we've implemented. So say you have an empty actor here. Well, our game engine is going to stop you and say that you need a game engine here, or you need an actor name. So let's go ahead and let's create, please specify scene name. So we'll go ahead and name this bad scene. All right, and then we're going to go to an actor, add actor. Please specify actor name, bad actor. There we go. So this shows some of the fail-safes that we implemented. So it works for anything that has a name or a value to be specified. So say we really don't want this bad actor here. Well, in bad scene, delete actor, it's going to parse all the actors that are in the scene, and it's going to ask us which actor to delete. Well, since we only have one, go ahead and that. Do you really want to delete this actor? Yes, we do. I wanted to add confirmation because sometimes you press a button which you didn't mean to. So, so let's go ahead and delete this bad scene. There we go. Save. We have her. Changes saved. Alrighty. So now let's move on to rendering. So to see the scene that you have written over here to render the very first frame of it, go ahead and build the scene. So we can choose the scenes that we have created over here. So let's say we want level 1, and there we go, a familiar face from last time. So now we're going to go and let's see the other scene that we've created. All right, it's a tent. And then let's make a little edit to this. So let's see. Let's do a transform. Let's move this guy over just back to 0. Let's do that. Save the scene, build. Awesome. And then the pipeline really is going to be whatever changes you make in your scene editor here, save your scene, your changes with save scenes, and then you're always going to build your scene too to see what changes you have made. Let's go back to level 1 here, build this scene. Well, let's go back to that. So we're going to go to level 1 here. And let's say, let's move our guy. So let's say we have an X value here. Let's make it 1. We build our scene. Our guy moved over. Well, let's say I want him more down. So let's go ahead and let's go add another override. Oh, yep, see, override key. Almost saved myself there. So y equals 1. We're going to add that override. Got both our overrides here. And then we're going to save, build it. There we go. We're down here, and then we see our changes are made. Awesome. So this gives, and then every time we come back, this is our clear color right here. This can always specify what the clear color is going to be. Go back, and we got a clear color again. And this is always going to welcome you anytime you come back from the game loop or just launch the editor. So now we can see that users can now edit their scenes, and then they can render what they just edited, what it's going to look like, and then they can play through it. That's great. So now, if you notice, we have no audio in our game, which makes it a little dull. So let's go ahead and add some audio to it. So we see that we already have one audio file here. So let's go ahead and make this audio. And then with this demonstration, I'll be showing how the Lua editor works. So let's go first and make this audio manager as an actor. We're going to add a component, same name, audio manager. Sweet. And now to launch the Lua editor, we're going to hit edit component. It's going to ask you what component you want to edit, and it launches right here. As you see this appended over here is because we just created a Lua file. A Lua file that's audio manager.lua. And then if there's no Lua file specified, we go ahead and write audio manager equals, and then the table syntax. Awesome. So let's go ahead and write some code. So let's say this clip equals this right here. We want to do an onStart equals, and then let's do a function, self, and then we're gonna do audio.play, do channel 0, self.clip, and then we want this to repeat. Do end right here, and then you hit file up here, you save the changes and close. When you hit close, it doesn't save the changes that you've made. So there we go. Go ahead and save this, and just to double check our sanity, boom, we have the file written right here. So let's add those override values that we have. So we have the clip and then mid equal 2. All right, gonna head over that, add that override, save, and then start. We have music to our game now. Isn't that great? But if you notice something, there's no noise when you do the X action. So let's go ahead and make that happen. So as we specified with editing components, you can edit existing components as well. So we need an audio file right here. So I have one that I stole from scratch. So we have rip.wave, load that in, rip's loaded in. Great. So let's go to me. We're gonna go to keyboard controls, and let's edit keyboard controls. And we see this is already the Lua file that's written here, but we want to add that the audio when the player makes the axe motion. So the axe motion is done with when the input is E. So add an override value here. Look for when the input is E. Here we go. And then we're going to add that audio play. Audio.play. Channel 20. We're going to do self.loop or clip. And then we're not going to have this loop. We have clip. All right. I think we're all good here. So file, save, close. And then let's go ahead and add that override here. Keyboard controls, we're going to do clip, and we're going to do rip. Add override, go ahead and save our changes. And there we go. We have successfully have audio to our game. So I hope you guys enjoyed that all. Just running through the demonstrations of our fail-safe scene render, deletion, and our Lua components, showing that you can render your scenes, you can render different types of scenes, make any kind of additional edits and Lua additions to your scenes over here. Same with your templates, and then you have your file explorer over here. So I hope you guys enjoyed this extension I made to our game engine. I had a lot of fun doing so, learned a lot, and yeah. And just to briefly mention some things, so all of this was done just with a editor class and a header file. Show some of the code over here. We have just the starting of my editor.cpp, and made lots of use of the file system. I'm GUI and I'm GUI file dialog to access my files, and just implemented a lot of just the functions inside of this class. And then here's the class right here. I have some structs in my editor namespace that have the same names as other components or other kind of variables and data structures in our application, just to kind of help them keep separate. and then just, yeah, it's just one giant static function, and it's called in our main file right here. Let me just open that. Oh, here it is right here. Yeah, it's just called right here, and then just accesses some of the editor pipeline over here, and then when it's called, it inits all of the game engine materials, and then runs a game loop on itself. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. I really excited to share this all with you, and I had a great time implementing it. Yeah, feel free to give it a check on GitHub, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I look forward to seeing you all at the Game Jam. Thanks.